everybody, so welcome back to 25 Days of Vlogmas, day 6. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I not doing another follow me around vlog? These past 2 days have just been really kind of intense with a lot of personal stuff going on in my life as far as family, and I don't think it'd be really appropriate to be like, camera, vlogging for those kind of things for daily vlogs. So I decided to do some tag videos because then you can get to know me a little bit better, and it still kind of is in a positive, happier spirit than maybe what I'm going through and stuff. So, but today I decided to do a Latina tag because if you guys haven't guessed it by now, I'm of a Latina descent and stuff like that. And since I did the Christmas one yesterday, I figured I would do one so you guys can get to know me more, maybe my culture, like get to know me a little bit more than just, I don't know, Brianna that does these crazy vlogs every now and then and does fashion and all that stuff. So, I found one video by this YouTuber. Let me see if I can pull it up. Her name is Simply Shanali, I think. If I'm mispronouncing your name, I'm sorry. But she did the Latina tag, and there's only 8 questions, so then this video won't be too long, which is good. So I have the questions here. I had to write them down because they weren't in the description box. So I had to watch the video. She did a really good job, though. I like the video. But I like this idea of a tag based on nationality because then you really get to know a person, because nationality is it's a big part of you, I think, or part of people. So I'm going to go ahead and answer the questions, and hopefully you'll get to know me a little bit better. Okay, so question number 1. What nationality are you? So I am, to break it down easiest, half Mexican, half Salvadorian. But if my mom were watching this, she'd be like, no, Brianna, that's not true. You're also an 8th German. So, and that's because that goes from my mom's side. Technically, my mom is 3/4 Salvadorian and 1/4 German because her dad was half Salvadorian, half German. So that made her a quarter, which makes me an 8th. So, and then on my dad's side, he's full Mexican. So, my mom's side Salvadorian, my dad's side Mexican, and because of my mom's side, with her dad being half German, makes my mom 1/4 German, which makes me an 8th German. So, that's that. So I always tell people I'm also an 8th German. But when I first meet people, it's just easier to say half Mexican, half Salvadorian. Just, So that's my nationality. Question number 2. Do you speak Spanish? Sí, yo puedo hablar español. Yo fui a una escuela que nos aprendimos a hablar en español desde el kindergarten hasta 8º grado, y todas las clases en español fueron para cuando yo fui a la escuela cuando fue en 2º grado, y de los grados 2 a how do you say 5th grade? Sorry. Hasta 5th grade, todas las clases fue en español. Y cuando fuimos en middle school, las clases fueron más en inglés y un poquito en español. Y cuando vas en 8th grade, en 8º grado, todo fue en inglés, excepto el clase de español. Let me translate again. So it proved that I could speak Spanish. So basically what I said, I learned how to speak Spanish because I went to an immersion school. And the immersion program from like kinder to 8th grade, it's one school, basically from kindergarten to 5th grade, but I attended the school when I got into the school in 2nd grade. So from 2nd grade to 5th grade, all your classes are in Spanish, like math, history, reading, writing, everything is in Spanish. And then when you get to middle school, they start integrating your English classes. So one semester you would have science in Spanish, and then the next one would be science and English. And then by the time you get to 8th grade, all your classes are in English except for Spanish. And for us, we would be taking a level of Spanish that would be considered like an AP level in high school. So we were really accelerated because we've been doing all of our courses in Spanish for such a long time. So I'm really grateful about that. It made transitioning to high school a little bit difficult because I was so used to either one language or just the pace of studying was different. But I really am very fortunate that I was able to go to this school and I was able to learn Spanish because it does help me out on a very day-to-day basis. And it's just good to be bilingual, not just to speak Spanish, but any language. I think everyone should be able to speak another language besides English. So I'm really fortunate. I would definitely love to learn other languages though. Like German and Japanese are probably the two other ones I would love to learn, but I know how to speak Spanish and I just proved it. It's not that great. It still needs a lot of work because there's been, obviously, since the last time I graduated from 8th grade, that's so long ago because I'm so old now. But I still practice it, but I don't practice it as much as I should or as I would like. I actually speak it more with retail and also with my grandma that's back from El Salvador. So she only speaks Spanish, so an only way to communicate with her is by speaking to her in Spanish. So I get to practice that way. All right, number 3, favorite dish from where you're from. So from the Salvadorian side, it's got to be pupusas. Oh, so good, pupusas are the bomb. And if you don't know what pupusas are, just Google it. It is so good. It's basically just like this masa filled with like pork and cheese and like chicharrón and queso and revuelta. Oh, so good. And then they pat it down so it's like a tortilla, and they put it on the stove and they flip it, and it's just so good. And for my Mexican side, tamales. Like, come on, so good. So, when was the last time you visited your nationality's country? So, I've actually never been to El Salvador, and that's something I really want to do, but currently El Salvador in the state it's at right now, like government-wise and everything, it's not the best to go visit there right now. So, I would love to go visit when it's not as, I would say, maybe politically corrupted. I don't know if that's the politically correct term to say, or it's just when it's in a better place, I would definitely love to go visit because I do have cousins and uncles there that live there, so I would have a place to stay, which is pretty neat. Mexico, I went on a cruise, though I don't really think I went to like Mexico. It was very touristy, like, oh, you're on a cruise, here's Puerto Vallarta, here's Cabo San Lucas, you know, Mazatlan and all that. And then I went to Germany when I was 16 for choir, which is really cool because I actually got to talk with one of my mom's relatives that lives in Germany. So it's like one of her siblings, aunts, cousins, something like that. So that was pretty neat. If you've ever visited your country, where's your favorite place to visit? So Mexico, that's more my dad's side of the family, but he's 3rd or 4th generation Mexican. I think he's 3rd generation Mexican. So he was born here, but his parents were from Texas and his parents were from Mexico, but I don't even know what part of Mexico they were from. So I'm not sure as far as like a favorite place. I just remember I really like Cabo San Lucas because it was really, really hot and there was a lot of fun activities to do, but I've never really explored like Mexico, like true Mexico. And El Salvador, again, I've never been before. And then Germany, we went to this one place called Halle, I think, and it was like the cutest little town ever, and I would definitely go back and visit because I just remember having such fond memories when I went with my choir group. The people there were just so inviting and neat, so I think that was pretty cool. Have you ever visited the capital of your country? Nope, I don't think I've ever visited the capital of Mexico. I've never been to El Salvador, and Germany, I don't know. As of now, I don't think I've ever have. Let's see, next question. We're almost done here. So, okay. Question number 7. Favorite dessert from your culture? Ooh, favorite dessert. Well, I like flan, but I don't know what culture exactly flan has derived from. If it's like Mexican or if it's like, I don't know. I know it's in the Latin family. I just don't know exactly where it's from. Maybe whatever. If you guys know more than me, leave down below. But I love flan. Flan is the bomb. And then I also like pan dulce. So good. So yeah, I think those are like the best I can think of as far as desserts. Oh, and buñuelos. So good. My family makes them when we make the tamale night. Ooh, so good. I can't wait to have that on Saturday. And the last question is, what town is your family from? From my mom's side, she is from San Salvador, so she's at the capital. So my mom's visited the capital. I've never visited because I've never been there. My dad, I don't know where his ancestors, my grandparents, his parents were from. I'd have to ask him because I think they might have told me once and I just forgot. And Germany, I have no idea. That's just more on my mom's side, on the dad's family that weren't super close, so I'm not too sure. But as far as for the Salvadorian side of me, I know it's San Salvador, for sure. So that is all the questions for the Latina tag. There's maybe a more specific one, but I couldn't find any really. So I found this one online on so-and-so's channel. I'll leave the link for her channel down below where I got it from, because I like to credit where I find these tags and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys got to know me a little bit more as far as my culture and stuff, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I promise I'll get back to daily vlogging when I have like more interesting stuff to film on a day-to-day basis, but these past couple days have kind of been a little tough, so bear with me. But I just hope I can bring a little bit of joy and happiness into your guys' day with these vlogs. So yeah, until my next Vlogmas video, you'll see me then. Okay,